Today at Mullin Machinery we have an Edwards 55-ton hydraulic ironworker. It's a model Jaws 4, serial number 295-65501, 220 volt 3-phase. Capacity is 1 1/16 through 5/8 on 836 steel, 7.5 inch throat depth. Flat bar shear will do 3/8 by 14, half by 12, or 3/4 by 4. Round bar and square bar will shear 7/8 with the appropriate dies. I don't know if no, none in there at the moment. Angle shear 3 by 3 by 3/8 or 4 by 4 by 1/4. You have the wrench. There's the die holder that's in there. That's in good shape. We have a separate die plate right there. We have some miscellaneous punches and used blades. They are what they are. You know, they're used. Some of them are good. Some of them should be tossed. The flat bar blades look great. The angle blades look great. The notch blades, the lower ones are not terrible. There's a couple nicks on one side, but the upper looks like it's got its share of wear on it, so the notching end probably saw most of the use. But like I said, the angle blade was replaced, and that looks good. The flat bar blade looks decent. Everything else, I don't know what they did on the corner here. Got something too hot, melted the edge of the switch cover, and there's a slight crack in the top of it, but it works fine. As people usually do, they bang up the edges of the box tubing it stands on. And then on the box tubing on this side, right under the ram, someone must have had a piece of angle iron standing under there, not realizing it goes up in there, and then they put a nice notch in the base. But it stands just fine. It's more cosmetic than anything else. See, paint on it looks decent. We'll run the machine for you. Actually, I forgot to bring a piece of metal down the punch, but it's okay. Basic at Ironworker. So it was in a ductwork shop, so it wasn't like they were punching iron all day. Probably just to make hangers for ductwork. You can check this machine out on our website, mullinmachinery.com. That's MULLIN machinery.com for all your toolroom and fabricating needs.